Hello there. How are you? The reason we're delayed because we're waiting for Greg. Greg is usually on time. Today he surprised us. So we're now. Let's see. We're about 13 minutes late. You can always invoice Greg. He's a rich guy. He'll take care of it. Absolutely. And the only reason he's here because he wants to be richer. That's all. All right. Kidding aside, welcome. Dave, welcome. Mark, welcome. Of course, Nancy. Bravo. Um, very quickly. It's 25th of June. It's 4:27 p.m. Tiny bit late. We were doing a couple of things. Let's go through housekeeping. First thing we were talking about Ninja. Let's go through Ninja here. I'm going to turn off TraceStation. Okay, you could see what we're doing here. All right. One of the greatest things we just released. Again, it was um, this you see all our updates are here. On the expert level, we introduced Risk Manager. Okay, what does that do? Well, this is the Risk Manager. And it's one of the things that I use, except mine is a little bit more complicated. And the problem is really training, teaching others how to use it. It's got a couple of extra buttons that legally could be an issue because if you don't know what you're doing and you click, you get into trouble. So what we're going to do is that we're going to release those buttons to you 6 months from now, 6 months hence. So you need to have 6 months with this, with Trace, with the Ninja, before I had some experience with this, at least a few months with it, uh, with the risk manager. It's only available to the expert, what do you call it, the expert level. So this is the package. This is coming soon. It's really not beta test yet. This is really an alpha test. We got a little bit behind. There was an issue. Yeah. We did release short-term volatility. As you know, we have released also this page that's open. The RM, the Swiss manager, is going to have I think we're already on 1.1. This is what we have released to you. 1.1 is being tested right now in alpha. We'll have a spot here. The video is being made for it. It does have a PDF. The PDF is um, yeah, let's see. PDF is huge. Where is that PDF? I think we put it down into documents, maybe. There we go. Risk manager. There you go. Yeah, it's going through. It only handles up to 25 contracts. But if you're running a small account, this is crucial. Very useful. Why? Because you got to look at your min max. It gives you a min max you put in. There's a whole write up on these of what the data does, what to expect from it, step by step. We don't have pictures in it yet. We'll do that too. But basically, what we're here is to show you what this can do for you. It pays for itself. The whole package is 225. We're not charging extra for this at all. No. But one trade alone, if you watch your levels there, you'll be thanking yourself. You're gonna pat yourself on the back and say how smart you were to opt for this package. Hold on. As you know, here is our is this the RM? Yes. Okay. Let me go there. Yeah, this should be actually. No, this is wrong. Let me go there. 1 second. 1 second. Here, let me go to 3 minutes for you. That's a little bit better. Okay, now we're going to go into settings there. Indicator settings. They'll go to ES. There we go. And as you could see, you have to assign a account to it. Then you come down. Here's you put in your margins are set for NQ. If you need to change it, you can. You can make a template out of it by asset. Futures only. It updates every 2 seconds, so on and so forth. So you have all those stuff, and also remember always where you left it. I'm sorry, when you run a package, it remembers where you left it. I do have a connection issue, but that's okay. Uh, But the rest of the stuff is just standard Ninja. Here's a couple of indicators on that. Yeah, let's say you want to look at CDI diff. This is my favorite. And I add, and boom, this tells you what to do, period. Exactly. Very, very simple. It takes all the noise out. This is DMZ diff with color gradation. And so you get a feel about how things are a little dicey, how things are normal. And so you run it, and this shows your PNL that you're up, what for the day, what have you already realized, what's the open trade. You put your min max, it's preset to 2% and 5% at the opening balance of your day. So it resets off in the morning. As you start using margins, it tells you how much you're using and how many contracts you got left for a balance that you have. Okay, this is just a dummy account. Can't show you. I can't show you a live account. It's a privacy issue, but we can always have dummy accounts. Yeah, as you add to your position through here, all of this changes obviously dynamically. So obviously you need to have it to test it and use it. But I want to let you guys know. Hi, Thomas. That this is finally out, and that's our 19th add-on, if you will. There's one more I use, but that's for large accounts for managing those, especially about stop versus limit away from the recent price. So if you have a stops up here or buys down there, depending you're long or short, what have you, it keeps track of those. Uh, and then there's also a couple of extra buttons. I said we'll keep that for but you guys have had some time because, and also we've had some time too. More testing on our side. I'm talking about several months. Nothing immediate, nothing tomorrow. Because you got to go through all scenarios. You cannot just do something and say, oh, it's ready. That's asinine. Uh, so, listen, it took us 10 years to build B2. It takes time. Everything takes time. You have to really, really test everything. And, but that's how it is. You can size it to the size you need. No, you shouldn't go that far. And you should see it gives you a timestamp. You're taking pictures of it, and also it gives you that's the current price. Is that ES? We have ES in there. Gotcha. That's fine. You can put yeah. Remember, this is the NQ margins. Oh yeah. We're gonna say that. So if you're changing symbols, you have to change the symbol. I better mention that. Okay, hold on. I forgot. It becomes presets. Okay, preset is NQ. Yeah. You can change that. And all you need to do is keep track of this number. Margins. Here's the margin. The initial is what matters. Okay, and of course upfront. For ES, you will be, and you can save it that way. It starts at 500, and after for first 100 contracts, after 100 contracts, it goes half of the initial, which is 11,000 and change. This is 23,700 divided by 2. Yeah, so if you go past 100 contracts, a little bit more expensive than TradeStation, but a lot cheaper below that. The whole idea is for you to not to go crazy. Yeah. Actually, first I had a problem with it mentally because I can exceed those limits immediately. And I just said, you know what? They want me to have a better Sharpe ratio, which is better return, least amount of variability of the return. For example, if you go to my other interest is obviously CL, crude oil, for diversification. That's 1,000 with a 3,400 after first X, whatever that is. I have to find out from the margin desk will tell you. Depending your who you are, they've traded with you, how much your account balances, that kind of stuff. And of course, they don't want any hanky panky. That's key. Here's the NQ. It's 1,000 up front, which you see right there, and half of that, 34.4, so this would be 17.2 basically. That computes how much you got left based on the capital you have. It's very useful if you're doing multiple accounts. Each one is for one asset. Yeah, you have to do it per asset. So you do share, you do chart, you do chart for that asset. You attach it to that chart. You go right here, and then you do indicators, and it's part of what you're running. Okay. Let's add. That's my tiger shark. Forget that. We're gonna add one more category. These are called assembly. We're gonna add one more category called PMT, so we can change this presentation to Ninja. Why? They gave me a hint. They really want to work with us. They're huge, 10 times TradeStation, but they don't want TradeStation charts there. We're getting there. First, we have to take care of you guys. Write the codes here. Secondly, get my accounts up and running for Tiger Shark for trading properly here because this is 64-bit. Day and night difference. This Superdome is totally different. Absolutely different. And then now PMT. And PMT, we're getting there. So PMT, just a few items. Um, very briefly, I need, let me close this for now. Okay. I need, here, I need SP2. I need this one, the spread. And let's see, this one. I need SP1 and Momo. So I need like four what do you call it, indicators. Everybody's got what do you call it? Oh, five. And breath thrust. But McClung also everybody has, or we already have CIs and CIDF. Not too crazy about that. We could do, we'll probably do this. It's probably more important than anything else. And simple, very simple. This stuff is easy. We just have to build a page. So you're going to see a transition here on the PMT. Okay. Sorry, it's called numbers. I'm not giving up on somebody that I knew for a long time and is a good guy and all that. No, no, no. It's just they sat at 32-bit and Ninja ate their breakfast. Yeah. So okay, we missed somebody here. Someone was here a little bit earlier. Off here, but that's okay. 5, 6. Okay, no biggie. Anyhow, so let's get on with our program for today. Okay, we sidetracked. Oh, what else we got going here? Uh, yes, some webinars are coming. I mean, interviews are coming up. They're asking about our performance stuff. Nancy's keeping that up. I think we're building. I see. There's one more thing on the indicators here. We are. If you click here, it goes to webinar that was built or what do you call it, video that's been built. You click here, it gives you detail. Okay, now, uh, okay, and that's Dennis is doing that. He's doing all of our interview videos. Now, this is we what we're doing is let's see, we are converting these to individual landing page. Okay, as a next step. So it's not just sitting on this part on YouTube. It'll be on Hamzy analytics.com slash whatever dot ASP. Nancy's doing that one indicator at a time. And this if there's also a problem, we can fix that. Update it, right, and all of it in one big file where we used to do under what was it called? What was it called? Educational webinars. Those were huge. Very difficult to change. Not anymore. We do get individual. So once she's ready, and I've tried to keep the pressure off of her because she's been doing quite a bit. But you could see these are the expert levels, and the RM would actually go up there because that's the expert level. Yeah, and that's what we're doing there. What else is the house? Okay, then for that reason, okay, we're slightly behind here, probably a day or two. Yeah, and she's usually good at that in terms of results. And we did a special just now uh, for returning or new members. She's just behind since Friday, so two trading days. Today is the third one. I don't know what happened today if there's any very slow day, but last 2 days obviously we had a huge days. So he's done really really good, basically, uh, mainly by and it's all by members. There's no fills from Marcus Mosito. he doesn't even have access to his page. He can see it. He cannot edit it. Okay. And Nancy keeps this up. You can see our data here. It keeps track of our weekly returns. Of course, this part we made it into detail there on our blog, which is .net. If you go there, here's the chart. Okay, there's a chart there. Oh, hold on. God damn it. Here's it. Okay, disclaimer, big time. You gotta realize that. Weekly return gives you the weekly return. And where am I? Okay. And then here's the detail. This we took out and made it into a PDF without the formulas. But you can see all the detail. In landscape mode, you can't get clearer than that. And it's just a save from Google Worksheet. Yeah, you can see it down there, all the way down. There you go. To the last day. Everything is, it's just that somebody you know stole our worksheet. Here's the worksheet. And because this was open to everybody as a viewer, and somebody copy and paste it. Guess what? It's not open anymore. Why? Well, we found 3 mistakes in it too. Now, this happened around Christmas time. Christmas time. So we locked it out, made the changes. We didn't let him know. Oh yeah, I'm a son of a bitch. Of course I am. Remember Patton says I'm a bigger son of a bitch to the Russian general. Yeah, so that he understands he's foxtrotted now. He's got the wrong charts up, and the problem is really is his return. The returns are slightly overstated. Now he had some crazy returns. We could not replicate that anyway. When he was here, that's why we got rid of him. And a very arrogant son of a bitch. And I don't deal with those types very well. So, because I'm arrogant myself. It takes one to know one. Anyhow, moving forward. So that's what Nancy's up to. That's what we're doing SEO. We're starting SEO next week. Search engine optimization. I should say not next week. I should say yeah, next week. From next quarter. Tuesday is the next quarter. Yeah, starting next Tuesday. And so we're going to be doing a really good job with them. I've been looking at a number of firms, and I finally decided to go with one from New Delhi. Our dear friends in New Delhi, and they're good people. And but this guy has been keeping up with me. I don't know how long. I finally said, okay. It's just like Bot Fox. If you call here, 6 months in a row without missing a day, maybe I should talk to you. By the way, that's how I got started. You know how this thing came about? I called Louis Porcelino every Monday, inviting him to come to talk to Mask, my user group in LA. One day, I called at noon, not early in the morning. I finally figured it out. They're busy. Call at noon. I called at noon, and one of the partners answered. The front desk gal wasn't there, and she goes, "Who the hell are you? I have a stack of these messages from you for Louis. He's a busy guy." I said, "So am I. So why did he not return my call once? How long does he want me to keep calling him?" Because exactly what you're trying to do. I said, "We have a user group. They read his book. They wonder if he could come and give us a talk. Next time he's in LA." She goes, "That was it?" I said, "Yeah." "Oh my God. Okay, I'll get back to you." She did. Oh, about a month later. The blue. "Sorry." I said, "Yes." "He is coming to LA. He's going to San Francisco for a big seminar. But he says he'll swing by to see you and your user group if you want to. You want to do it that way?" I said, "Sure." "When?" "Oh, I think day after tomorrow." Guess what the weekend was? It was Oscar weekend in Beverly Hills. Yeah. But I knew through connections with my sister, I knew Wolfgang Puck. Uh, I got into one of his restaurants for 25 people for Friday night during Oscar weekend. It's Mission Impossible. Mission Impossible, but I pulled it off. And everybody knew. Some of these people are very heavy duty people. 2 or 3 of them were Academy members. Yeah. And they said, how the hell do you pull this off? I said, well, my sister knows a few people. First of all, she's one of your types. You know, she claims to be Jewish. We don't know. I said, she's one of your types. Through the connections. I don't get involved. I just tell them to take care of this. Okay, what the hell is this for? I'm sorry. So anyhow, long and short of it is, I gotta look at it. Okay. Oh, I've never done that. I see. I need to look into this. Hold on. Yeah, sorry, I just remembered. Okay. I think Twitch has a new logo. Does it? Is it out there yet? No. So what are they talking about? Okay, I gotta figure it out. I thought there was an email from them. Sorry. Got sidetracked. Anyhow, long story short. So that's Ninja. We talked about ES Room. We just saw a special Freedom Special for 4th of July for ES Chat Room. And that's it. We're doing good. We're doing good in other departments. We're good. Let's go to the econ calendar. Okay? That's what you guys are here for anyway. So, okay, big days tomorrow. First of all, today, not good. Okay? It's soft. It's not terrible. It's not terrible, but this is a big miss. It's below the range. You see consensus range? That's below that. 623 versus 650. Consensus 694. So it was a soft, very soft. It missed somewhat big. I don't know. We'll see. Time will tell. One report does not make a trend, as you all know. But that's that. That's one. Two. If you look at Richmond Fed, okay, and we posted that. I don't know what you guys. How come you guys don't follow some of these? Because it should be there. Hold on. There we go. There we go. See what we said? There we go. We had a. And by the way, that was a great call. This was look at the time. Look what it's talking about. Okay. This is the value of these chat rooms. It was incredible. That was the top, by the way. Yeah. Yeah, that was the top. 1055. 939. 947. Okay, that's right. 1055. At 47, we went into a topping mode. He wrote that at 10:55 a.m. All times are Eastern. You can take a look at what happened after that. We just go woof because of the gamma. The call gamma versus put gamma. And last time was in February 18th, and before the tariff ban came in. So, all right. So that's you. If you follow us, you want to follow us. You don't want to miss what's going on. Which one do we want to go? Okay, you can go to. We have three of them. In the mornings, we give you all the pending stuff, what we think is coming out. Sorry, right here. In the mornings, we tell you what's going on there, what to find. This was key. Many components are still in the recession territory, including expectation for income, business conditions, labor markets. So the data, the confidence looks higher than it really is. If you look at the detailed data, I think this comes out of a conference board or consumer confidence. Yes, this comes from conference board. The U of Michigan does this customer sentiment. Okay, yeah. We're slowly unwinding. All the data is. It's showing we're slowly unwinding in terms of the econ condition. Home sales was down. Let's see. House Schiller month to month we're slightly down. Unadjusted, still up. Okay, less than last month, but still up. I don't know the last one. I don't watch that. I really look at the first two because there's just too much data, too much change. Yeah. Okay. Richmond Fed we talked about. New home sales, mortgage app were mixed. Top line was positive. but the other two that are crucial were negative, and that's the rates came a little bit better, so they stopped buying and they actually started refinancing. That's on the apps. I think you're going to see some numbers in on the inflation. Aside from that, I think it's the buy the rumor, sell the news. We're very toppy here. We'll see if it holds, or I have to throw in the towel. Yeah, my next move may be changing my bias, but it is the wrong place to change the bias. Maybe I'll just go flat. I have to make that decision. Yeah. Today, hold on. Today we closed down unchanged. The futures are unchanged. How did we close on SPX? Yeah, unchanged too. Yeah. So, all right. What else do we got? Let's go through this quick. You have trade tomorrow. International trade. This is crucial to look at. Numbers are going to be big. No question, we're going to be big on the negativity side because we're importing. You cannot change it. Please send a note to your dear supreme leader at 1600 uh, Pennsylvania Avenue. We're richer than other countries. We spend more because we have to spend it. They don't have it, they can't spend it. You cannot change the dollar value. So these cockamamie formulas you come up with is not going to work. And he's just wiped out 3-4 trillion from capital account of the globe as a whole. So okay, durable goods. That's a big number to look at, especially ex transportation. That you want to take a look at. That's coming on tomorrow. GDP is coming up. That's going to be watched. Everybody's going to kick it around several times. And look at the personal PCE annual rate. This is tomorrow also. A lot of stuff. Okay. I don't know about national activity. Pending home sales at 10. Don't forget that. Balance sheet. I don't know. He looks at that baby. Friday. Personal income and outlays. Big item. Big. Especially core PCE. That's a big one for the Fed. Give you a hint. All the offshoots of Princeton Economics Department who are running the Fed now. That's what they want to look at. Okay. Start with Bernanke. He created all that. Look for. Greenspan had no clue. Greenspan was he went to a Stern School of Business. He just had drank his wine and he kind of acted like a yuppie that he is. Yeah. Princeton's a little bit different. Okay, this is another problem. You heard inflation now, albeit it's gotten a little bit better. We were at 6% only like 1 or 2 issues ago, maybe 2 months ago. So it's come down a tad because I think we have slowed down the economies. Yeah, that wiping out so much. I mean, here's what I'm trying to say. Let's go here. Let's go to products. I want to show a chart. Let's go here. Okay, here. What happened here? These moves. You are wiping people out. Okay. You're wiping capital out. It's not going to come back. If they had margin calls down there, they're not up here with you. They got liquidated. So we got problems. They don't seem to understand that. Okay, now what else do we have? We got to go over here quickly with. Boom. No. Hold on. Is there anything else? Consumer sentiment on Friday, 62. Let's see how this one comes in. Oh, we just talked about it. Let's see what this one comes in. A lot of retail looks at it. A lot of restaurants, a lot of clothing, retail, pure retail. Like let's say the stuff you would see on Melrose in LA, that kind of stuff. Pure retail. So restaurant chains. This is crucial for them. This and the parking. Believe it or not, because I went out with executive from what do you call it, from CPK, kind of for a pizza kitchen. She had 2 issues. Barry, what's this number? Call me in, please. I was in LA. She's half asleep. It's 7:30. It's 5:30 in the morning. So I said, no. I'll tell you when you get up. I'm not calling you at 5:30. And then the other one is actually it's 7 at 7. Okay, yeah. This has been always done. Yeah. The other one is parking situation on the stores. They drive by different. They don't go in. They just drive by how many cars, what kind of cars. That and this consumer sentiment dictates them what to roll out. When you have a big bash, how they move their pricing. It's just kind of convoluted, but they understand it. They do it. So okay, what else do we have? Let's go to. Now remember, that's 1 week. That's all Econo shows us. By the way, this morning something rare happened. Econo Day crashed. Never seen that. Never seen that. I've used Econo Day. I don't know how many years. Never seen that. Okay. Now I do get this one, and the price is lower because half of the year is gone. Okay. So I look at that one so that we can have this chat because we're covered here to 29th. Yeah. No. What am I thinking? 27th to 27th. That's right. And then 30th is Monday. So we don't see Monday. Let's talk about Monday. We got Chicago PMI. I'm reading from this document. Chicago PMI, Dallas Fed, PMI manufacturing next day, and ISM manufacturing. We have JOLTS. Don't forget construction spending. So Tuesday is key. Make sure you make notes on your calendar. Tuesday is key. First of the year, first of a quarter. Remember, expirations on a Monday for the quarterly index names. Okay, Wednesday the 2nd. Okay. Okay. MBA. Challenger job cuts. We're going to start looking at that. See if these cutbacks are showing up or not. ADP at 8:15. That's the privates. Okay. Employee situation on Thursday. So our non-farm will be on the 3rd. Okay. Because the 4th we're off. So you have employment situation, international trade, jobless claim, PMI composite, factory orders, ISM services, and nat gas. Holy mackerel. Okay. We close early. NYC closes at 1 p.m. All times being Eastern. So we will do the same here. The chat rooms. There's gonna be nothing to trade. That's gonna be in the morning and it's gone. Boom. So if you want to trade day before the 4th of July, in case you're still in town, you gotta get in early. Okay. And then hold on. Why does it says both? Employment situation twice on the 3rd and on the 6th doesn't make sense. We have to find out. Interesting. On the Friday, on the hold on, no. I'm sorry. That's this month. 4th is Friday and we're closed. Sorry, wrong Friday. Okay, going to July. Dallas Fed. No, that's we already gone that. Hold on. I'm sorry. Nothing on Monday the 7th. Consumer credit, forget it. NBA. FOMC minute on Wednesday the 9th. We start next meeting. So next meeting we're gonna be by 2 p.m. We already have the FOMC meetings. Rest we do when we get here 2 weeks from now. So July 9th is our next meeting. This one. Okay. Any questions so far? Are we good? All right. Let's go quickly into our charts here. Timer charts. Not much of action today. Huge run up. Good drop into Friday. But totally, I mean, this is totally just peeled off. Now, by the way, the internal reports on the attack on Fordo is open to a lot of discussions. I look at it from very little I could tell from there's some commercial satellite pictures available, non-classified. Obviously, I don't have no need to have access to classified information anymore. So let's just keep it at that. I could not see an issue with claim. I could. I could see a big problem with claim that we've killed everything. We've obliterated everything. No, you can't. It's just there's no data. Be able to tell that. We probably have to send somebody in there to see it. And the only thing I know, there's no uh, proliferation of radiation. That we have not been reported. I'm pretty sure they had somewhere in between those tankers that they shipped, bunch of joint rivet RC 135Ws in there. What they do is that they're old modified 707s. They sniff. They're sniffer aircraft. They can detect any radiation, and so if the hit was heavy, there should be some radiation, and the holes would be much bigger. That explosion would be huge. I don't think they got deep enough. So that's my guess. But I'm an old hand in this, and things have changed quite a bit since I was active in that area. So I don't see it yet. But I did not have any comment about it or try to come up with a comment. The pictures look funny. They're just dots, if you will, with the holes. There were three of them on Fardo, and then two somewhere else. Looks like at least five missiles, uh, GBU 57s were used at the rate of about $20 million each. So there was 140 mil in bombs just expended. Forget forget depreciation and aircraft time and fuel and pilots. Just in ammunition use was 140 mil. Um, but it doesn't. Then the news came this morning that there's a huge problem. Trump is going nuts, saying, "Oh, I don't believe in this data because the data doesn't say what he wants to hear, so he doesn't believe in it." But we'll see. What I don't understand is why he doesn't want agreement now. He says it's not necessary. That's 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 just lying to yourself one more time extra. So it doesn't make sense. This is if any time you need that JPOA replacement is now. So anyhow, we'll see. I think this is going to come and bite us. It just may not be tomorrow, but sometime in the future. Anyhow, okay, where are we? We pulled up here on the DM and CI. You could see CI getting positive and slightly down there. So we're at the precipice here. It can go either way. Yeah, it's a coin toss. Except Sigma levels were above 2, so very overbought. We'll get into more detail. Looks like we're going to this was a death cross, coming to a birth cross, whatever they call it, where the 50 gets over 100. I mean, over 200. So watch for that. The internals are horrible. The internals are, I mean, you can't go to new all-time high and look what your readings are. There's almost no participation by a lot of names. So this is another worry. Well, would the market go up to wall of worry? Yes. Yes. I've used that myself in my documentation. Yes, it does. Is this one of those? I don't know. Time will tell. Let me go here. Okay. We're not getting any support from transportation. It's same, but I mean same shape, but still does not make a new high. And although Russell is very close, Russell was very close. This is utility. So SQ, as you know, Admiral kept on complaining about all of this. Uh, we began to beginning pull up because we were going up to new highs and we were sitting down here. So now it's beginning to move a little bit. Yeah. And I think that comment I had was somewhere in here area. Yeah, probably 17. Yeah, about a week ago. And obviously, you saw what happened. That the next 3 days were difficult. That's the skew. Yeah. The interest rates have came down a bit. 5 year, a smaller amount today on 10 year, and then you have long term, which is 30 year. This is the part you want to look at. Keep looking. Uh, we have about 9 trillion. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not certain. To we have to refinance in the next 12 months. The what's his name? Scott Bessent. Yeah, his job is. Yeah, he's got a lot of headaches going forward. Uh, Look where we are on VIX. Yeah, we're getting down there. We're getting close to where it could flip back up, just as it did before. You know where we were down there. See that low there. Hold on, right there. Yeah. Hold on. Let me put it here. You see where we have been. You were almost there. So we'll see. We'll see. Keep an eye on it. You can see the same thing also on the Nasdaq 100. Volume, no volume, no volume. That's just ridiculous. No follow through, nothing. As Larry defines that. We post that. The best guy to look at is Deemer, Walter Deemer. You want to take a look at what he's got. Larry, what's his buying point? Yeah. No signal here, although we've gone to buy. The value stuff are just crushed. Yeah, went to buy. No, it went to short. So we're buy on ES, short on mid caps. We are short on Russell, and we just went long on Nasdaq. So, mixed picture. Nations, yeah, big pullback on the equivalent of VIX. Hold on, boom, that's that. Okay, we gotta go here. All right, we went to a buy. Oh, jeez, it went to a buy on. It went to a buy on last Friday close. Oh my God. Oh Murray. Okay, and then we're long here too. Buy and buy. That's a buy. Yeah. Hold on. Hold on. I'm sure. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, it's a buy. Yeah, we're on a buy. Yeah. Trend following says get long. Mean reversion laughs and says I have been long. Yeah. Shit. Okay. Remember, we rotated right here. We rotated on this bar. We had only 1 day against us. Okay. Oh well. Okay. Yeah, I got. This becoming an action item. I've got to make a decision. Okay, on the up and down. I mean, new highs, new lows for 52 weeks. No signal. New lows meaningless here because of where we are. But we're not getting astronomical readings here either. This is lack of participation because everybody and his brother is so scared. You see it in the daytime too, in volume. The volume isn't there. I'm talking about pure bid ask on a trend following basis. Yeah. By the way, we have one also. We have one of those too. That's another one, right? Yeah. We have another bid ask following the liquidity analyzer, but that's not distributed out either. Problem is, really, we're not at the point where we think we can train you guys. Too small. Yeah. Down the road, as we get more experience, maybe. But it gets too complicated and too many variations, and you really need to like be with us and trade with us to learn it. And so that really kills the value of how to use vanilla uh, boxed indicators. So we're not there. Okay, SP2 no signal is at +1. It went to 2 and pulled back. And Momo is younger brethren also -4.4. No signal either there. This is 511. Okay. Fib, I haven't done anything on it recently because nothing has changed. It's the same pattern. Except we pulled up. We pulled up over there that high low region and made new highs, and now we pushed even higher. This is how I keep track of that trade. It dropped to 140. It was 318 yesterday. We got stopped out right here at the open, so and we're a little bit lower here. But we took half out earlier here. I think here we took the other half out. You got the emails. We had to. It was just too good. We had to. But look at that 318. Yeah, that corresponds to that. 318 on the spread. Not bad. Not bad. We've done good. Not perfect, but we've done good. Remember, in the context of what a crazy environment we're in, I think we should be happy with what we did. Oh, you know what? Let me do this, guys. Just to be on the safe side, you know me, I'm finicky. -9 and -17. Yeah. How do you go to new highs and your McKellen oscillator is -17? Something is going to give. Okay, here we're at 73. We're steps away. We're 62 handle. Yeah, 62 handle. Yes, that's 8. Yeah, 62 handle from all-time high. And we're at 73 on SP2. Something is up. Something is up. You see the high? If you look at the divergence, you see the divergence. And this one this really got messed up. It was coming down pretty good, but this manipulation that's going on in this market, I'm certain there's some manipulation by people out there. I'm not gonna mention any names, but there's some folks out there that are involved in this. Part of it is part of government too. It's just it doesn't make sense. None of it makes sense. It's as if all correlations have been chopped off. Okay. IB levels, nothing to write home about. They're just usual. And we again we're seeing a bid. There's constant bid in the market. This is not good. This shows that where they need the most impact, the small business and the lending and the financing, that's in trouble. So we will have a credit event. I think we've pulled off from it a little bit, but it could come up. It could come up. We'll see. I just don't want the rates to come down too fast. It'll create the wrong impact long term. That's what we gotta watch for. Quickly, let me go into. Oh, I forgot to load these. Okay, let me go to. There we go. That's a 50 bar. 1 second. Okay. Now, believe it or not, I do watch these. Not every day, but at least a couple of times a weekend. I mean, a week. I do. Okay, we improved since last time. Separation got bigger, uh, but we're going nowhere fast. More congestion here around between 68, 70 to about 80. So there's some working to do here before it pulls up, or it could pull back because it's within the area where some pulling back has been seen before. So, and look at this is crazy. Look at that volatility. So, only in America, as they say. Hold on again. Let me go here quickly. Sorry. And 200 day of the same thing. What is this there? Hold on. Guys, I want to. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Sorry. I want to fix this. Edit. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. I don't need all of that. Sure. Save. Okay. So, yeah, this is your 200 day. Okay, let's look at this. Let's. All right. Some congestion, but a lot lower. 200 day, a lot lower, even though we're high up there. So you talk about divergence again. Okay. Now, if you draw a line, you'll see this is pulling out of it. You know, 1, 2, 3, 4. These kind of line up. This part isn't. So maybe we're getting a breakout. Could be beginning of that. And the key to look for that is these two moving averages. It's just the math. So Let's go to our top 10 stocks. Okay. All right. Let's go to our market cap. We'll go to market cap names first, and then we'll pick a few. We'll pick a few high beta names. Okay. But first name, Nvidia, number one stock right now. Went for a new high. It closed above one for the high was 154.45. So it made a new high. Yeah, it made a new high. I think it was like 50. It was 38 or something. It was just marginal. The high was coming here. 152.89. No, must be here then. Yeah, 153.13. That was it. 153.13, and that was from January of this year. Held on and just broke into it for end of a month here. Okay, and 4% market cap is now worth 3.8 trillion now. Now, let's see. Yeah, new highs. It's Three Sigma, guys. Yeah, yeah. Remember Bill O'Neill, right? Investor Daily. Yeah, yeah, Investor. Uh, that's how growth companies grow, new highs. So you cannot necessarily be scared and say, I got to short this. No, you don't. No, you don't. Think about it. There's a reason this is making a new high right now. So that's part of it is because people are hiding there too. The big names are, yeah. They're convinced this is it. Remember when until that what do you call it, that deep seek came out and that changed the whole ball game, yeah. Microsoft, that was my favorites. Doing very well. If you're long, hold on, stay in. If you're thinking about being short, get rid of that idea. If you want to get in now, that's a little cautious. Yeah, just it's better be options and small amounts. Okay, let's go to Apple. Apple used to be really, really up there, but now you got this fall from grace. Holy macro! This is a huge drop. Holy macro! I didn't see it like that. Holy macro! Yeah, yeah. I wouldn't touch Apple. There's no bargain here. It'll get a lot cheaper before it becomes. I really like Amazon. I really like it, and what they're up to and what they're doing, especially with the AI. I think you want to have a piece of Amazon and hold it for a while. Yeah, I'm just beginning to think that way. Google, yeah, no longer impressed by their management. I'm sorry. They haven't done anything. Think about it. It's about a year now they haven't done anything. So you could see here actually. Actually, here's what better. You could see on the weekly. So I'll pass on Google. Let's go see Meta. Meta. Meta looks good. I like Meta. Emotional item. Remember they said with Amazon. What did that person say? It was I was watching a movie. I forgot with Robert De Niro and intern. Yeah, the intern. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Except he was a senior intern. The entrepreneur said, I figured if you mix Friday night party with alcohol and your laptop, you're gonna have a very successful sale on Amazon because girls get together, have a little glass of wine and with their laptops and keep buying. Actually, the highest amount of sales on Amazon is Friday nights. Very true. So anyhow, now you can see it on Meta. There's so much being offered on Meta is unreal. So and some of it's junk. Be careful. Yeah, yeah. So is Amazon. You have to be careful. So except Amazon's a lot easier to return. So anyhow, Meta good. I don't have a problem with it. I've been saying Meta is good. I'm going to stick to that. We still have another 40 points to go. So, and of course, we get that far out, we could challenge some of the Sigma levels. So high was 740. Let's say this 750. We could go to 820. Yes, possible. Not immediately, but yes, it's possible. Avgo. Again, Reg FT, my brother works for him, off and on. Right now, I lose this much. I don't know what he does for him, if he does, but just want to let you know. New high for the month, yes. And today, new high here, yeah. This baby is pushing it, but it is what it is, guys. So Avgo, Broadcom, major employer in Southern California. Tesla, oh, Tesla is like a horse that's very, very sick. Then somebody like Patton will come in with his what do you call it? Ivory handled revolvers and put them out of their misery. Yeah. Yeah, Tesla's got problems. The problem with Tesla is really Europe is gone, and he's the wrong guy. So it doesn't matter how these other stuff he does. They're not buying it. So the board will come to a point. We'll ask him to leave. I don't mean to retire. I mean like liquidate. Let's get your name out of this because we need to build a brand name. That's my thinking, my timing. I have no clue. I don't know how courageous uh, the board is while they're so busy cashing out themselves. Yep, yep. So I bet you they sold some yesterday, a day before, especially Monday. Let me go there. Yeah, this is Monday. I'm sure they sold quite a bit on Monday, and even part of yesterday. They posted. They posted. Some of the members sold $500 million. $500 million. Yeah. So for a board member, that's a lot of it. Listen, boards provide pretty decent return if you're in a growth company. I experienced one of them. Not huge, not this size, but was relatively speaking on a percentage basis was very nice. But But $500 million for a board member, outside board member, that's a little bit too much. Any compensation executive will tell you that. So anyhow, Netflix, new highs. I think it's going to continue. Why? Recession proof. Yeah, people want to see this. I probably watch an hour, maybe more of Netflix a day, some documentary, and then the rest of it is I gotta have my Seinfeld before I go to bed. It relaxes me, gets my mind off of everything else. My problem is that when I'm done here, guys, I have more programming that comes up. I got customers who call. The issues that we're discussing about new products. It just goes on and on and on. Micron just reported. Look at that earnings. Holy mackerel. Now, and they've cut back on their capex. Interesting. Why are they doing that? I see. It's up 2%, 2.4. Yeah. Reg FT, a good friend of mine, very good friend of mine, uh, husband. Yeah, he's a very good friend of mine, actually, family of mine. Husband is involved with Micron. Uh, used to be. Not very high up, but he's a management guy, fairly decently up there in middle to upper, but not the C suite. No. Okay, what else do we have here? Costco's got problems. This is not back here. Okay, so looks like 1,000 was an issue. Yeah, from February. Yeah, yeah. So we've discussed that. And then Palantir, sometimes I wonder if this thing is real or not. Yeah, it is another scam or not, but you never know. Especially how they gave these contracts is a little bit fishy. But that's another one. And this is usually a good pattern. You could see the top line itself rising over time. And we're not going crazy on Sigma levels. So I'll finish with that and say I like Palantir. Yeah. I've been very questionable. I have a lot of questions about it in my mind, but not after you see this. It keeps on pushing higher. Here it caused me a lot of problems. But now look at it. Look what it's done. So keeps on buying, keeps on buying. And remember, if we do market cap, it's only $300 billion. It's nothing compared to the big names. It's 1/10 of Nvidia, so, or Tesla. Tesla's over a billion now, or over a trillion now. It's 1/3 of Tesla. So, and Pure Thiel is a big investor here too. Not Tesla, but what's his name? Uh, well, PayPal. Yeah. Okay, I'm done. Any questions for me? Now, Nancy, you're gonna have a question. I know that. So, what's your question? She always has these esoteric names she chases because came up in some scan, right? Hello, is anybody home? Any questions for me? Okay, guys, I don't see any questions. any stocks you guys want me to look at? Oh, you want me to look at gold? I don't know. Okay, I can look at it. I'm not a gold guy, but no questions today. I see. Okay. Gold. I can look at GLD because I don't get GC here. Oh, GLD, GLD. There you go. Yeah, yeah. Uh, I'm not a gold guy. You know, it's a little bit too flashy for me. I have couple of gold items, and that's it. They never come out of my case. My uh, safety safe box, whatever. Uh, I have a good friend who's got a lot of gold, and he's got a huge safe, and the gold is sitting there. Also, a family who bury their gold. I swear to you. Yes, yes, yes. Outside of Tehran, not even in the city. It's not in the city. Yeah, outside. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So that nobody even there thinks about going there, or even can look for it. Good hedge. Obviously, this tells us inflation is coming back. Not a good news, but it is there. Pretty steady. Actually, the highest return of all asset classes for this year has been gold, or GLD for that matter, as a gold ETF. And you're going to get these. But then you're going to get these too sometime, but it doesn't go anywhere. So, because of that, it's not really a good trading vehicle. It's good for storage of value, but not for trading. Yeah, just you buy it and you hold it type of a deal. So um, I think some people have pulled back. You can see that. You're gonna get these, the big gap downs, but I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. You know who would know better? The guy on this. It was on. It's on CNBC now. What's his name? I forgot. Aja. Uh, uh, Ajami? What's his name? No, not. I forget his name. Not this guy. The guy. Ford, not Ford. Ford Ajami. No, no, this is different. Hold on. What's his name? Huh? I forget the name of the guy. He's Persian from New Jersey. I can't get his name. Hold on. Is it Adami? Who's the guy? Fast Money. Fast Money. Uh, folks, Fast Money contributors. Okay, Fast Money. Guy Adami. That's it. Guy Adami. Okay. Guy Adami. He ran the gold desk for what's his name for Goldman Sachs. Yeah. But my problem with gold is this, Mark. It's a good question, but here's my problem. Once the blue moon, like maybe a year in your lifetime, gold becomes crucial. The rest of the time, just absolutely sleeper. If you look at it this way, you see what I'm talking about. This is going back to 10, 20 years. That's 20 years back of gold. So I never put the money into it. It doesn't give you a dividend. You have a storage cost, and this is the performance. Do I want to be there? No. So not I'm not the guy for gold. Any other questions for me? Sure. I'm sorry, Mark, but I mean I can't make up a story. So yeah. Um, I want to look at AMD, by the way. There's a whole discussion on AMD that AMD could one day be up there. I don't buy it. Too small. Market cap is 232 billion. Okay, it's had a tough year and just coming back up again, but it's too small. Look, they had so much trouble with Intel. I remember that part because we were in that business of picking CPUs for computers that my brother Corey was building, and AMD, Motorola, and Intel. Yeah, obviously, Motorola was for uh, Apple compliant or compatible machines, 68,000 series, and then of course you have the bunch of AMD families. In fact, I've forgotten their names. The problem I have with it, they were very useful in price sensitive applications, but for not Ninja, for PlayStation, there were a problem. Uh, PlayStation was designed around Wintel, which is Windows and Intel platform. So Windows 11, Windows 10, plus CPUs that would carry CPUs like 286 on, 486 Pentium, and then dual cores and all that. Um, so I didn't. We let some go. Problem was that when we would make at certain times we would make a hardware call, and we get into trouble. So I just haven't been there with them. They had a very very bloody fight with Intel on that. Part of it had to do with copyrights issues. Yeah. So and what that part of it was caused also by I think by uh, what's his name, Bill Gates. He had these manufacturers around his little finger every time he released update to Windows, and so and that created actually a cycle where the new chips will create a demand for new buying, and you want to sell them the next best thing in the world, which is the latest what do you call it, CPU. So there was a relationship very close between Intel and Microsoft, and at the detriment of AMD. I just don't see AMD coming back like that. They're too small, and you can see it. Every once in a while, they hit it on all cylinders, and they come back down. So as for us, them challenging Nvidia, please. Market cap is 232. Yeah, it's very small. Any other questions for me? You're quite welcome, Mark. Okay. Well, this concludes our webinar. We'll see you on the 9th of July, which is 2 weeks from now. Have a great 4th of July. And remember one thing, freedom is not free.